Hello friends, welcome to TechGranth. So this is Dockerfile part 3 where we are using different Dockerfile instructions to create Dockerfile and Docker image, and after using that image we can run containers. So in last video we have seen from run and work dir instructions for a Docker file, and now we will going further, we will use another instructions here in this video. So as you can see in this, we have completed from run and work dir. Now in this video we will be seeing copy, add, cmd and entry point, and later we will see rest of the instructions. So let's go to our terminal and see how these works. So again, we are here at our terminal, and if I'll show you, we do not have any container running here, and we do not have any images here, right? Okay, and same we have another terminal uh, to verify. So we will work here in this terminal, Control L to clear the screen, and let's change our Docker file. Last we have work dir one, so what we will do, we will just delete this. Okay, and we will use copy instruction here. Okay, okay, before this we have to create a file with some content in it, so that we I'll show you here, but let me just create that file after this. Let's just complete this one. We'll use a copy instruction with the location of that file we will be using welcome, and where we want to copy it within the container, we will copy it as welcome, this one. Okay, so let me just save it, and as I said, we have to create that welcome file. Let me create that one via welcome, and here let me write hello friends, welcome to TechGranth. Okay, so let me just save it. Okay, I know I have to create welcome file first and then write the Docker file, but you can manage, right? Okay, then now we will create a Docker image out of this using this Docker file. Docker file build -t Docker copy. Okay, enter. Okay, let's just wait to finish it. Okay, our image is ready. Docker images, you can see Docker copy is there. Now we will see, we'll use this to run a container -rm Docker copy using the Docker copy image. Just press enter, and we are within the container at root folder. Let's see ls. Okay, we'll go to cd root, and if we'll see here, we have welcome file copied from our local machine, and if we'll get it, yeah, hello friends, welcome to TechGranth, you can see here. So like this copy instruction works. It we can use copy instruction to copy files or directories from our local machine to our container within the container. Okay, that was about copy instruction. So let me just exit from it. Okay, and Let me clear screen. Docker images. Oh, sorry. Docker images. We have this one. So let me show you the command to remove all the images at once. So docker rmi hyphen f, then dollar, and within that docker images hyphen a and hyphen q. Q is to provide the output of this command to this command. Okay, so let's just enter, and it will delete all our images. Like if I'll see docker images hyphen a, we do not have any images. If we'll see docker ps hyphen a, we do not have any container again. So let's clear. Now we'll see instruction. What instruction do? Add instruction do the same work as the copy instruction, but with some additional feature. Like it can copy our tar files to the container and also extract that tar file. Okay, and we can also use URL instead of a local file or directory, or local location of file or directory on our local machine. We can use a URL instead of that. So what we'll do, we have welcome file created here. Okay, so we will make it as a tar. Okay, let's make it tar and zip file cvzf. Okay, and welcome dot tar dot zz and welcome. Okay, so if we'll see ls, you can see we have welcome dot tar dot zz. Okay, we can remove this welcome. Okay, okay, I need to copy it from right click. Okay, done. So now you can see we only have welcome dot tar dot zz file. So what we will change in our docker file, we will replace the copy instruction to add one. Okay, and then we will copy welcome dot tar dot zz, and now we do need not to provide this. Okay, because when it will extract the tar file, it will copy that welcome file within the root directory. So let's just save it, and again let's create, okay, docker copy. Oh, I forgot to change the name as docker underscore add, but we can give any name, right? That will not be a issue. So you can change the name whatever you want. I was just making those name easy to understand, that which relates to which instruction. So for this one we can use the same one, docker copy. Okay, if I'll see docker run 8 hyphen hyphen rm docker copy one. Okay, we are inside our container, and here if we will go to cd this tilde sign, which is a root indicator, and here we will see ls, and welcome is here, cat welcome. You can see the content is also there. Hello friends, welcome to tech. Okay, so this is the container, and if we'll see on other side, docker ps hyphen a container is running here. Now if I'll exit from here, you can see this is also gone. Okay, that was about the add instruction. So using the add instruction, we can replace that local file tar file location with the URL. Okay, and rest will be the same as you might have your files on GitHub or somewhere else. Okay, from there you can copy those tar files and extract directly using the add instruction. So let me just remove this. Okay, okay, now you see we do not have any images, and docker ps-a, we do not have any container. Okay, now next instruction we will see cmd and entry point, which is the most important one. As you remember, in work dir we have set default working directory for the commands. Okay, but for cmd and entry point we will set default command, which will run within the container when we will go to the container terminal. Okay, so both cmd and entry points used to set default commands, but there is a difference between those. With For a cmd instruction we can override those commands by specifying any new command when building our container, but in entry point we cannot override them. So that is the main difference between cmd and entry point. Let us see how that works. So let me just remove the older one, welcome tz, and let's update our docker file. Okay, so we will be using this command run. We will use to update apt update, and okay, let me change it to apt install hyphen y if it would need any response from our side, and apt update. Okay, so first it will update the packages and repositories, then it will install t command. Okay, and then we have mentioned cmd instruction with the echo hello techgraph, and then echo hello and ls. These three commands will run together. Okay, so let me just save it. So let's just build the image, build hyphen t docker cmd and dot. Okay, press enter. Let's just wait. So you can see our build has been completed. Let me clear my screen, and if we'll check docker images, you can see docker cmd had just completed 27 seconds ago. Okay, let's docker run hyphen it rm docker cmd. Okay, if you remember, we have used echo hello techgraph, echo hello, and ls cmd commands in cmd instruction within our docker file. But as I mentioned earlier, we can override them by using any different command in when we running our container like this. Okay, so if I'll say here, we can mention our command hyphen slash bin slash bash. Okay, if I'll press enter, if I'll say ls, you can see we just direct to the bin bash shell. Okay, if I'll exit from here, okay, and I'll use that without command. Okay, like this only. If I'll press enter, it will show all those output of those commands we have set in our cmd instruction within our docker file, right? Echo hello tech grunt, echo hello, and then output of ls command, right? If we haven't mentioned any command when running our container, then it will follow, it will use all those commands in our cmd instruction as default. Okay, but we can override them with this one. Now if I'll use here echo and just hi. Okay, if I'll run this, it will show us hi message. Okay, right? So hope you would understand that for cmd instruction we can override our cmd instruction commands used in our docker file. Okay, but let's see for entry point. Okay, so let's just remove, okay, our images. Okay, control L, and docker images, we do not have any. Docker ps-a, we do not have any. Okay, let's modify our docker file for entry point instruction. So now we will just remove this one, and also we will use entry. Okay, entry point, and then we just use echo hello. Okay, we let's not use this else, just a simple one, we will use echo hello. Okay, let's just save it. Okay, now let's build new image with this hyphen t docker entry point and dot. Okay, so let's just wait to get it complete. Okay, our build has been completed. So if I'll run docker run hyphen it hyphen rm docker entry point. Okay, we'll just first run with it only. Okay, so it must show hello. Okay, we got it, right? We got hello message here. Now if I'll just exit from it, and oh shit, we have exit from our terminal. Okay, no issue. uh, we will just dock. Let's check first if we have any container running. We do not have any container, so docker run hyphen it hyphen rm docker entry point. And now, as I mentioned in cmd instruction, we can put some commands here, but I don't think it should not work for entry point one. So if uh, if I'll say ls here, right, press enter, so it is showing still hello, means this command could not override the entry point instruction commands. Okay, hope you got it. If I'll exit from here, uh, okay, so let's check if our no hyphen a, okay, nothing. Docker images hyphen a, here we are having one more thing. If you want to delete everything from your system, whatever is running for containers, so there is a command you can use docker system prune hyphen a. What it will remove? It is showing warning that this will remove all the stopped containers, all networks not used by at least one container, all the images without at least one container associated to them. If we are having images which are not used by any container, those will also be removed. All all build cache, whatever builds we have done, its cache will also be deleted. So if you'll press yes, it will just delete everything. Now if you'll check docker images hyphen a, there would be nothing. Docker ps hyphen a, there would be nothing. Okay, so be double sure before running that command, because it can remove everything related to containers. So now next instruction is env, which is for environment. We can set environment variables in our docker file itself. Okay, so let it, if I change our docker file. Okay, let me just make it env. Okay, environment, and just for work dir, let me set work dir equal to slash and root. And then we'll use cmd instruction with echo, and it will print work dir. Okay, so what we are doing, we are setting work dir as slash root slash environment variable, and then using the cmd instruction we will print the value of that environment, that must be slash root. So let's just save it. Okay, and build the docker image, docker env. Okay, and dot. Okay, let's just wait to finish. Okay, our build has been finished. So if we'll run docker it hyphen rm docker underscore env. Okay, if we'll run this container, it is showing slash root, but which we have defined in our docker file. So like this we can use environment variables in our docker file. Okay, so let me just clear it. Now one more important thing, we can only use one cmd instruction in a docker file. If we write more than one cmd instruction, then only the last cmd will take effect. Okay, and how we can use one cmd with multiple commands. So let me just show you. Okay, we can use in this parent in this brackets. Okay, and like this python. Okay, if we want to just run python, but if we want to give some arguments with this, we will just use comma and then hyphen a, like this. Okay, you can use like this, or for some one, for another command, if you can say apache 2 and then comma, and what we want to run that apache 2 in the foreground. Okay, so like this. Okay, if you want to give arguments, we can use them comma and then in double quotes, and in command as well in double quotes. Like this we can use cmd instruction commands. Okay, so that was all about copy, add, cmd and entry point instructions. Till now we have completed from run work dir copy add cmd and entry point instructions. That's all for this video, and we will see next instructions like env and sorry, we also completed env, environment variables, right? So in our next video, we will see label, health check, stop signal, volume and expose. So that's it for this video. Thanks. Keep watching, keep sharing. Thank you.